Oh boy, guys, we got a new villain to talk about on the channel today. Now, I said in one of my Storytime videos that I had this other ex-girlfriend, and well, this girl goes beyond than what my other ex did. This girl was very dangerous and so bad that if you crossed her, she would want to ruin your life and make people think she is the victim so they could be on her side. But in the end, she fails at it. Also, before we get into this video, leave a like if you enjoyed. So this story time starts way back when I was still doing school, and let me tell you, I was still a dumbass and still gave people too many chances. So this girl, and I'm gonna give her a name, it's gonna be Crystal. Wow, fucking Crystal. Of all things, I had to call her that. I met her a very long time ago, and it was when I first kickstarted my YouTube channel, and she seemed kind of nice when I first met her. Although at times when I did talk to her, it didn't go so well. I tried my best to really be with Crystal. Sure, yes, she started fights with people and I didn't really care about it, but I just let it all go. And you could say me and her became a couple. Yes, me and Crystal dated and I thought things were going to be a lot better for me. Nope, it came crashing down on me. Dating Crystal was hell because this girl would literally start fights with people that I'm friends with, and then I would get blamed by my friends to where they just distanced from me because I was still dating her. And plus, Crystal would end up breaking up with me over the stupidest shit and being a total dick at some points. Like, this girl is just something. I remember this one time she made the assumption that I betrayed her when she wanted me to help her fight these other two people. And you know what she did? She fucking goes and spreads lies about me saying I betrayed her, I used her, all that shit that any insane person would accuse somebody. I just felt really depressed those days, and I felt like she was still right for me to where I just tried to get her back. Sometimes I would get back with her and it was fine, but then a few days later it got worse to where I started realizing that this girl is bad news. And since then she disappeared and I haven't heard from her since then. Fast forward to years later leading to 2023, and yeah, this was very recently, so here's what happened. So it was just a normal day as usual, and I just decided to go on the hell of a site, Wattpad. Yes, I got this platform back because one of my great friends was there, and I needed to keep her safe. And I was just on Wattpad scrolling through the books that I can read, and then I came across this one book. I saw the title, and I recognized the name of Crystal's old OC she would always use. And then it clicked into my head that there's no way that this is the same girl from years ago. And sure enough, I knew damn well this was her once I read the book about her OC and knew that this was Crystal. So I thought, hey, it's been years, so I want to see if this girl had changed and finally got herself some help. So I decided to give her a message and say, hey, and then I followed up with, do I know you from somewhere? And a few hours later, she responds back saying, yeah, can you leave me alone? It feels like you're stalking me. And she blocks me after sending that. Like, bruh, how the fuck was I stalking her? I literally just found her and left her a message and she just happens to assume I'm stalking her. So I sat there in my chair just thinking, well, that was off to a bad start already. And then I noticed this one account followed me, but I didn't pay any attention to it until a few weeks later as January was almost over. Why did I say coming over? That's when this finally starts to turn to a bad situation. So it was just another normal day as usual. I was just sitting there playing some video games and I decided to go on Wattpad and announce that I was leaving. Because let's face it, the platform is dead and everything is just so quiet. Like nobody even reads books anymore or says anything. So I make an announcement there and I go about my day and record some gameplay footage for the next story time. And a few minutes go by and all of a sudden, this random account I never seen before, but it was the one I told you about that followed me, saw my post and replies to it saying, good, you're annoying, get the fuck out of here. And when I see this, I'm like, okay, how the fuck am I annoying? Because I barely do anything on Wattpad, so I was very confused as to why this person said that. And then out of nowhere, one of my friends saw this and replies to the girl saying, what the hell is your problem? You don't gotta be rude to him. And then it just turns into a back and forth fighting with these two to where I started to realize something. It clicked into my head that account is Crystal, is it? Because Crystal, she would make multiple accounts not only to just use them, but to basically spy on me or anyone else to see if we talk shit or do something that she can use to spread misinformation. So as soon as I realized it was her based on how she writes and words things, I replied to her saying, "You do realize this is Examiner," which was my old name before I called myself Zendir. And she continued for a while until she finally decides to private message me and say, "I didn't know that was you. I wasn't mad at you, I was mad about something else." Oh fuck no, you were literally being hostile towards me and saying all this fucked up shit to me. So because I was so pissed off with her, not only did I tell her to fuck off, but I also said, next time you do this, you're fucking dead. And you have to realize that when you're angry or under so much anger, you will tend to say the most fucked up shit to someone without even realizing what you just said until the last minute. So I didn't think any of it, and I just ended up blocking her. And I thought that was the end of it, but nope, I was wrong, because a few minutes later she goes to some of my friends and tells them that I said I threatened her, and they asked me about it, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, what's next? So I decided to unblock her, and she did the same, but before I could even talk to her, she leaves me a long ass paragraph that I don't want to read at all, so I'll just summarize that she basically hates me and then blocks me. Then a few seconds later, she unblocks me and says that she reported me and said that I'll regret threatening her, then blocked me again. Seconds later, she unblocks me again, sends me another long ass paragraph, and it gets annoying. Like, this is what she always did years ago, and she still does the whole false reporting shit and sending long ass paragraph messages to people just to insult them and saying that I'm a bad person, then blocks me again. However, that's when I had this idea, because I knew this girl was stalking me and probably monitoring me just to come after me again. I decided to post something on my board that I knew she couldn't resist taking out of context. So I posted something about one of my friends because I happened to notice that on her old accounts she was following one of my closest friends, which concerned me, and I just waited for Crystal to respond. And sure enough, she says, "Ew, you're creepy, I'm reporting you," and all other shit. And I just started laughing. Like, the post I made wasn't even creepy, and I had already informed my friend about Crystal ahead of time, so I just let Crystal say what she wants. So I decided to DM Crystal and say, "LOL, I knew you would respond to that." And then she replies back saying, "Yeah, you did that to make me act all bitchy so people can be on your side, huh? Nice try, but your brain is the size of a nut. You're not worth shitting on." And then I replied back with, "Why do you want me gone? I literally told you that I don't want to lose my friend. What is it about me that makes you hate me so much besides the threat? Do you even know why I wanted to talk to you?" And then she replies back and says, "No, I can follow whoever I want. She can make her own choices. You're putting yourself at risk of losing your account. I'm not the girl I used to be. You're insane." And then she finally decides to listen, and I finally send her this long paragraph explaining some things, especially about all the stuff she did and why I'm not afraid of her anymore like I used to be. Now I'm going to skip by everything that was said right here because I don't want to make this video too long. And the whole conversation continued until finally, as soon as I was about to reply again, my messages get disabled because Wattpad decided to suspend me for 2 days, and Crystal gets banned from Wattpad on her main account for making multiple reports on me. And I decided to wait for 2 days for my suspension to end, but during those 2 days, Crystal returns trying to start shit, and I had to make a new account just so I can DM people and tell her what happened. But that didn't end there. So I get a text from one friend, and they told me that she was asking for my new account, which, let me tell you, my friend was getting all stressed because Crystal was not giving up on trying to get rid of me and all that, and I didn't really want her telling Crystal. But sure enough, Crystal finds it and leaves me a message saying that I don't care about anything and I can't find love, and basically calling me a heartless scumbag when I never am a heartless person. The only time I have to be a dick to someone is if they are a dick to me or try to start something with me. And me and her just kept arguing, but her trying to put fear into me wasn't working, and I wasn't gonna back away in a corner like I used to, especially when it had something to do with her. After about a few hours go by arguing with this girl, that's when I was like, you know what, let's just put an end to this already. I want to try and end this right now. So I say to her that I want peace, because she wanted peace with me, but then she comes back and says, "No way, you're dead. I sent my mother the screenshots and she is pissed at you. My boyfriend will go rampage on you." And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, seriously? She just wanted peace, and I want to give her peace, and now she is threatening to get her mother and boyfriend involved? It's like this girl doesn't know how to handle things herself. Like, whenever stuff happens, I don't go around and start getting my family involved because it's not something they need to know about. So I kept telling her that I wanted peace, and the next thing she says is that my best friend and mother are whores, and that God shouldn't have made me born, and that Satan should make me rot in the depths of hell. And after that, she blocked me, and that was the end of the conversation. And that's where it ends there. Since then, I haven't heard from her for a few days, but I'm probably never going to get rid of her now since she will be stalking my channel and all my other social medias. My friend is still not back, but she said that she will return on Valentine's Day. And when she does, that's when I will finally decide to close my Wattpad account and never go back there again. So I'm just waiting until she's back. But yeah, that's it for this video. I just thought I should tell you guys this crazy story about another ex of mine that went after me and tried to cancel me anywhere when she could have just ignored me and didn't know I exist. If you guys want a part 2 to this, just let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe for more videos. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm more active on Twitter and Discord, and I will see you guys later. Peace.